So this is quite some ways for her to have. This is quite some ways for her to come on foot, all the way around the green. Is it the Common?
Boston Common, yes.
I mean, all the way around Boston Common. Whatever was she doing over here?
No idea.
Let me. If I could just find my dice, I could make a bit of a roll. I mean, was she? I mean, she didn't live anywhere over here when we were alive. I mean, I highly doubt that she would have gone tracking down my old home. I mean, we lived in a modest place that we couldn't possibly have survived. It was in ramshackles when we left Boston. Ramshackles. Am I using that word properly? I don't think so.
It was a ramshackle place.
How many thoughts of linguistics do I have? Yes, but ramshackles. I suppose if you had more than one home, or parts of the home could be refurbished, and then the rest
I couldn't tell you that.
Sacrifice properly.
I couldn't tell you, Jack. I'm sorry.
Ramshackles. Maybe you would get something you would tie up a sheep with. Oh, enough worldly.
You are so witty, dear.
Thank you.
Never let us have a tea party, ever. Specifically, never let us...
If you have a tea party, I'm going to take off. I'll let the camera catch it. I'll watch it in installments.
Never let us crash the Gothwolly tea party, ever.
Anyway. So...
Lucille was going to make a roll to see what was around
Yes,
her.
she can... I can't... I'm racking my brain, and I just can't recall anything else over here. Anything in this direction.
Well, I don't know. We'll see when we get there.
Wasn't she just over here the other day? Looking at her own grave? And dancing upon it, as a matter of fact?
She's not buried in the same cemetery.
Okay. Oh, that's right. She wouldn't have been...
No.
Rather, her gravestone would not be in the same cemetery.
Yeah, her grave... Was it? Were you the same faith?
Oh,
The
I
two
don't
of you?
know. I was Baptist. I don't know.
I knew you were not Catholic, and I thought that
No.
I thought that might have been one of the funny things about her, is that...
I never specified what she was. I was Baptist.
It probably...
I paid for her monument, I know that. But beyond that, there's nothing actually buried there.
Okay.
Maybe a coffin. I mean, there's a coffin buried there, but...
There's definitely nothing there now. Even if there had been.
Yeah. Pretty much nothing's the same underground except for what the Nosferatu protected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or, according to the books of Giovanni.
Yeah.
Shit. Clan novels.
I just think...
As you guys come around the corner and you see the hillside that is this edge of the cemetery, and she's like, "Oh, well, that certainly makes sense. I mean, if there was a cemetery, I mean, she's always naturally been curious."
Her thing with dead people is a little weird to me, but...
Lucille gives you a look.
What do you mean? She's been able to see them since she was alive. I mean, it's quite natural that if you can see part of another world, then you would catch your interest. But
I can understand that. It's just bizarre to me, partially because that other world wasn't there for most of my time here.
what do you mean it wasn't there?
The Slayers created it.
Who created it?
The Seventh House of Angels.
What? Oh my, wow, this is a much larger dice pool than I remembered. Ah, yes. She got 6 successes.
Good for her.
On her occult roll
Like
there.
that wonderful Mr. Walter.
Yeah. You want the proper house name?
Proper house name.
Hang on a
She
second.
uses it. Oh, almost.
Not close.
You see some of the things that I picked up from Carissa when she's not looking.
Probably says in the front. Ah, yes, them. This and this. This name. This name. Angels of Death. Well, I suppose that does make sense that they would be the ones charged with the creation of the Shadowlands and the underworld, but
it didn't work out that way.
what is it?
Otherwise.
Okay. So,
You sure you really want to hear this? Every time I get started, somebody eyes roll back in their head.
well, I make no promises as far as eye rolling goes, but I feel that my experience in the underworld has earned me a fair amount of indignancy, should I require it. But I've never, I've not reached the shores of Stygia.
Halaku.
The Halaku, yes. Uriel's brood, correct?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, there's a fair number of the dead and the ferrymen and whatnot that take on the whole angelic lore and play themselves off, especially since one of our primary means of transportation, the safest means of transportation, the Arcanoi of Argos, allows you to sprout wings. And I
Try to look
suppose,
wise and knowing and ignore the fact I have no clue what the hell she's talking about.